How does the government make sure everyone has voted?
Well, in Australia we have a special organisation that runs the elections. And actually, that's a system that was invented in South Australia, which is responsible for a lot of our election policies. The Australian Electoral Commission is an organisation that runs the elections. It is a completely neutral agency. Because you can imagine, if you had one of the parties running the elections, that would get very confusing very quickly. In the old days, actually, before Australia became a federation, they used to run elections at the pub. And the drinks would be paid for by the candidates. And people would vote by stepping up onto a stage and calling out the name of the candidate they were voting for. But can you spot the problem with that system? Basically, people would vote for whoever had just bought them a beer, so you could get elected if you had lots of money to spend on beer. Shocking arrangement. So, when Australia became a federation, we created an independent voting authority that would oversee the elections. So, if you've ever gone with your parents to vote on election day, first of all, you go to the local school or hall or wherever it's being held. Hopefully you get a sausage and bread because that is traditional on voting day, or there might be a cake stall, which I really like. And then if you've ever gone in with your parents, you might see that they get their names ticked off, a giant, big, thick roll of names and addresses. And so once you've voted and your name's been crossed off the roll, you can't vote again. Each person just gets one vote. And if you haven't voted, if at the end of the day your name hasn't been crossed off somewhere, then you get fined, because in Australia we take voting very seriously.